Hey, everybody, and happy Monday. I hope you all had a really wonderful weekend. I know many of you are probably at Sherm National in New Orleans. I'm not jealous at all. No, I really am. Now, I want to come on today. I want to talk about Summer of Thriving and what that looks like. But before I jump into that, I wanted to share with you a little story around how my summer started. So, Memorial Day weekend, I had the incredible pleasure of going to a music festival down in Napa, California called Bottle Rock. And the highlight of this particular music festival was to be able to see my idol, Pink, in concert. And she was the headliner on the third night. And if you have ever seen Pink in concert, or if you've ever seen any clips of her live shows, you know that she does something that is incredibly unique from any other artist out there. And she, at the end of her set, she flies around. She does these aerial moves and sings while she's flying in the air. It's the most spectacular thing I think I've ever seen in a concert in my entire life. And as I was sitting there watching her, as we're wrapping up this 3-day amazing music festival, I had this amazing epiphany come over me around potential, around my potential in my life and about everybody's potential in their life. Here I am, I'm watching this woman soar through the sky and spin and sing and do these amazing aerial acrobatics. And all I could think about is, if she can do it, why can't I? And I'm not necessarily talking about spinning and flying and singing. That all sounds great. But I'm just talking about reaching for the impossible, reaching for something that is beyond anything I may have ever even felt possible in my life. And that really got me thinking around how I can bring that concept to my family, to my community, to other people who really do not see themselves, and they don't maybe see their own lives with that level of potential. And so as I was thinking about it, a couple of days ago, I got to attend a middle school graduation of my youngest, Lucas. And during the graduation ceremony, one of the teachers was talking about the summer of transition, how the summertime when we're younger provides us this amazing opportunity to really be able to reset before starting this next chapter in our lives, whether it's going to be going to a new school, whether it's going to be going to a new grade, whatever that looks like. The summertime is a great time for us to reevaluate and reset as we transition to that next chapter in our lives. And I think as we get older, we move away from that. We get settled in our jobs and in our lives, and we don't necessarily really take the opportunity to transition from one chapter to the next chapter. And I think summer provides such an amazing opportunity to do that. It's a time of life, it's a time of movement, it's a time of fun and excitement. And I think it's a great time for our brains to really be very conscious and focused around what it is we really want, where it is we really want to go. How do we want to be living our lives, and where do we want to be? And so that's what really prompted me to want to, come on and talk about, what does summer look like for you? What does this period of transition and growth and discovery look like for you? And how can we make this a summer within this community where people are really wanting to reach for more and wanting to become more, whether that's, building the confidence to be able to ask for a raise, or a new job within your organization, whether it's the authenticity to show up in the way that you most want to in terms of how you dress and how you live, whether it's the bravery that you need in order to be able to take that adventurous risk and next step in your life. What does that look like for you, and how can you really be able to kind of capture this idea of the summer of transition to be able to really take your life to the next level? And there's one word that always comes up for me and has been for the last couple of years when I really think about my own life, and that word is thrive. Like, I don't want to have a life where I'm just alive. I don't. I want a life to look back on that I say I thrived, that I stumbled and I fell and I got messy and dirty sometimes for sure, but I also thrived, that I lived my life with intention. And and that is why I call it Summer of Thrive. What does that look like for you? What does thriving look like for you? So I want to really make an impact this summer with all the women within this community who have an interest in thriving, who want to be able to take their lives to the next step, to the next level for themselves. And I want to be able to meet with each of you individually and in a, in a one-on-one, or in a group format. I want to be able to help and I want to be able to serve, and that's why I created this community, and that's what I believe this community is capable of, is a group of women, a community of women who help support and encourage and inspire and give back to one another as we are all becoming butterflies from our caterpillar shells. so so that was what I wanted to come on and share today. Let me think. Oh, okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is when it comes to wanting more in your life, when it comes to wanting to thrive in your life, one of the things I think so many of us really struggle with is this concept of focusing on getting better at something that we're not good at. We focus on the negative things in our life, thinking that by being better in the negative areas in our life, that it's going to help us become even better all around. And I think this is a misconception. I truly do. I think that instead of focusing on what's wrong when it comes to growth and development in your life, focus on what is right, really, really right. And I believe wholeheartedly that every single human being has a superpower. I truly do. I think there is something about every single human being that makes us unique, special, and valuable. And when we can really tap into that, and not in a way where we think that other people need to define it for us, that it belongs to someone else in some way. And once they tell us who it is that we think we are or what our superpower is, then we will go after it. I don't think so. I think your superpower is only something that is deep within you. And by really learning about yourself, understanding what it is about you that does make you special, unique, and valuable and amazing, that superpower is something that I think could take your life to the very next level. Because I think our superpowers are really the key, and the elixir to an amazing life. And so that is my goal, is to help everybody, anybody who wants to discover their own superpower, to help you do that, to help you really identify what it is about you that makes you magical. So what I want to be able to offer to anyone who is interested within this community is a free 30-minute one-on-one, a coaching session where you can come and help me understand where in your life you are struggling and want to be thriving more in your life, and help you really recognize that strength within yourself. So if you are interested in a free one-on-one, you have until the end of this week, which is June 17th, to connect with me. You can send me a private message. You can send me an email. If you've got my email address, you can respond to the feed within the today's program. However you want to connect with me, I would love to have the opportunity to prove to you two things. One, you have a superpower. I promise you, you do. And two, that if you do not and have not really had an opportunity to experience coaching before, I'd love the opportunity to really prove to you what coaching is all about, what I'm all about as a coach, and really help you to learn what the process is. Because a lot of people, they just don't really understand what coaching is, kind of that difference between therapy and coaching. Coaching is really about helping you to understand what it is within your own mind that's holding you back from becoming the person that you're meant to be. And I know that sounds hokey, and I know that sounds kind of silly for some, but it's really, really true. I think we all hold ourselves back from our own potential. And I think so much of that comes down to the stories we tell ourselves, the beliefs that we have about ourselves. And so coaching is about helping to break those apart for you so you can start questioning them, challenging them, and really recognizing your potential to be able to rewrite your stories, to rewrite your beliefs in your life. It's never too late to rewrite your stories and start moving and making changes that are going to take you in a new and more empowering direction in your life. So that's my job. And so if you are interested again in that free 30-minute one-on-one, let me know by the end of this week. So that is pretty much all for today. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is that over the course of this summer, as I go into kind of the summer to thrive, I am going to be doing more and more Facebook Lives. I'm going to be coming on and I'm going to be answering questions that members within this community might have. If they are eager and excited enough, I'm even going to bring them on to the Facebook Live and they can have an opportunity to come on with me. But if they would prefer to send the questions in, questions that are, on our minds, everybody's minds, because collectively, I think we all share so many of the same challenges, frustrations, struggles. And so I want to be able to come on and answer those questions and really help each of you as you navigate your own way in your own lives, both professionally and personally. So if you have any questions that are really on your mind about coaching, about mental and emotional health, about belief systems and, emotional intelligence, anything like that, don't hesitate. Shoot it over to me. Let me know what the questions are. And then, like I said, I'm going to be coming on when I schedule the lives, answering the questions live, and hopefully being able to help each of you on your own journey of personal growth. All right, that is it for today. It's kind of short and sweet, but I look forward to seeing you on the next Facebook Live. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.